Hi,
Kelly
guys.
Rowland.
Hi, Kelly.
How are you?
How are you?
We're doing great. It's
I'm
so
good.
awesome to speak to you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That
Girl.
coffee
How
single,
are you guys
absolutely
holding up in
amazing.
quarantine?
The best we can. That's probably the best answer. The best we can.
At this
I
point,
know
right?
that is actually the perfect answer, to be honest.
Listen.
How you holding up, Kelly?
You know what? I'm good. I have really been enjoying all of the time I get to spend with my son because before quarantine, I was actually in Australia a lot. I filmed the voiceover there, so it had me away from my kids. So I miss my son, and we're having so much fun together. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I feel you. I am a new mom. He's only 7 months old, and I hear that this time right here goes by fast.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. I hear it goes by fast, so I'm trying to savor all these little moments too.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what else? I mean, I don't know if you do it now. I'm sure you take like a million pictures of your
Yes.
little pumpkin a day.
A million is an understatement,
But-
Kelly.
Yeah. But somebody
Yes.
told me, and I wish I would have done it, but I mean, you can always start doing it, which is taking a picture of the baby like every day in the same spot, or behind like a white background or whatever.
Yes.
And you see their face change so fast. And I was like, oh, whenever I do decide to have another baby, that I'm doing that.
Listen,
Hey, well.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea. And look, we already know what you think about because I ain't going to hold you, sis, but I've been on the conversations with Lala and we doing a little IG lives and y'all talk about riding and dying.
Hey, you know what, Kelly Rowland, you want to go ahead and explain yourself because a lot of people, you're Kelly Rowland, you're so nice and you're so wholesome. But then when Kelly and Lala After Dark comes on, I mean, Kelly Rowland got a little freak in her.
I mean, you know what? I think that everybody has some sort of sexual desires that sometimes we keep to ourselves. I still think that in so many ways, so many things are taboo. Like we just don't talk about them. And whether it makes you giggle or it's fun or it's empowering or you just talk about it and you keep it out are able to talk about it like an adult, like it's fine and have fun. And because
So are you enjoying being like this sex symbol?
I didn't know I was a sex symbol, but I
With
mean,
this new video, girl.
Oh, girl, please! But
Have you seen
thing
yourself?
is, like during, I'm working hard. I'm working hard to be able to put on that tiny bathing suit. It's not about being skinny for me as much as it is like I like to feel good in my skin, and I want my body to preserve itself the best way it can. So I like to exercise. The whole reason I started Coffee with Kelly After Dark was because everywhere we turned, everything we turned on, it was all about coronavirus and new facts and new this and new that to the point to where we just couldn't escape it. And I was like, let me just turn the attention away for a second and make people giggle and laugh and have a little kinky fun.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I love about this, Kelly Rowland, as you say, coffee is just, a reminder to celebrate yourself, your individuality, your sexuality. And, with this quarantine right now, some of us can't stop going to the refrigerator, or we might have a little struggle right now a bit with our body images because, we're snacking a lot. But what would you say to that young lady or that mom or that businesswoman that's trying to juggle it all and feel good about herself at the same time right now?
I would say take some time out of the day for yourself because it's so hard to balance it all. You got your kids that want your attention 24 hours a day. You have your partner or spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever that wants your attention. You got work above anything. There's some people, of course, that still are working, and you have some of those people who have lost jobs. And I would just tell them to be encouraged in that, this isn't a setback. It's a setup for something new and amazing to come along. And maybe it was that time in their life where they didn't realize they needed a breather to readjust their focus. You know what I mean? I spoke to a girlfriend who lost her job and we're on the phone crying. I said, I can't help but to think of this as a setup for something else. And funny enough, like a week passed and she got an email from someone saying that she had a job interview that was coming up from something else that she did. So, yeah, you have to think about these things as, as a setup as well. So, and trust God through it all, because I have, and we're all going to get through this, but we have to be kind to each other. We really, really do.
If you're just tuning in, of course, we're talking to Kelly Rowland. Of course, Coffee is the new single. I have to ask you, Kelly Rowland, what's the first thing or place you're going to go once this quarantine is over?
I really am excited to go see my family. We haven't seen each other. My sisters, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen my family. I miss them, and we usually are like over each other's houses and eating each other's food and hanging out with our kids together, and I miss that. I really, really miss them. Like, I can't wait to go just stop by my Mama T's house so I can have a bowl of gumbo. Like, that's what we do.
I need some
that
gumbo
sounds
right
good.
now.
I was trying to
hungry.
Right, I was going to sneak and see my family over Easter, but they was like, don't do it. And I didn't do it. I stayed home. But listen, Kelly, I know, you have sold over 40 million records, over more than that. And it's been a minute since your last project. So in terms of growth, what can your supporters expect to hear from you on the next project in terms of growth?
Well, it's so funny because I feel like this is probably the most vulnerable I've been on a project, and just honest about any and everything when it comes to my life. I think that sometimes I have to tell myself to shut up because I'm kind of like an open book right now. And I think that it's important that if I'm thinking something, feeling something, and it has a melody to it, and it's a good melody to it, and it goes with this here beat, then I think it's you know what I mean? It's a share moment, as my son would say, a share moment, because we can all relate to it in some sort of way. But it's definitely the most honest. And, I found myself in a place where I was realizing that I experienced so much life, having my son, then 2 weeks later losing my mother, then learning how to be a wife and marriage and understanding myself and my mentality and what I'm doing and everything. Like it all has a story behind it. And I've just put all of that into the album.
Well, we cannot wait to hear it.
We can't wait to hear the rest of that album. Of course, everybody continue streaming the song Coffee, continue supporting definitely Kelly and Lala After Dark. We can't wait to see that again. So go ahead and go back live tonight if you want, Kelly Rowland. We're not going to force you, but you can if you want. Teach all the ladies some new tricks as the quarantine.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's get it. And Kelly, I have to tell you, thank you so much for making the record Red Wine, because that got me through a lot of single nights. So just thank you so much. That's a vibe. We can't wait to hear the new project. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for checking in.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.